BrickTrick, der Tricktipp.
Zeigt euch, wie man's macht. Schaut zu und gebt fein Acht.
Diese Ausgabe wurde produziert von Mario.
Alright, we're starting in the Glueface directory. You can see we've got the folders containing the mouths, the data file from the Papagayo lip-sync, the AVI file, and of course Glueface, which is a Java executable, so you'll need to have Java installed. Your main functions are sitting up here in the top button bar. The first thing that you'll want to do is you'll want to open up the video that's going to have the lip sync attached to it. The video has to be uncompressed AVI format right now. That's the only thing that Glueface can read, and it'll load up the first frame. You can either resize your window or change the zoom setting so that it fits into the window, and then you'll want to load up a set of mouths. Go to the Glueface directory, and the folders for the mouths are here. Pick the folder that you're interested in and choose the mouth set with the extension .mouths, and Glueface will take a couple seconds to load those up, and then those mouths will be displayed, or the current mouth will be displayed on a three-dimensional cylinder. You can adjust this cylinder so that it maps onto your character's face using the buttons here on the left, and you'll want to map them so it fits onto your character's head. Click and then click inside of the window and drag to cause that functionality to take place. It helps a lot if you have the correct zoom setting. It's accurate to about half a pixel at 200%. Now, the first thing you're probably going to want to do is set the cylinder so it looks like it matches the character's head. And that's important to do because if your character's head is going to be turning or moving or anything along those lines, it's important to have the cylinder lined up. Let's get the mouth over here. The problem is it looks like the cylinder is the right size for the head, and it's spinning and it looks correct, but the mouth is simply much too big. So really what you want to do is, once you've got the cylinder here, size it so that the mouth is the right size, and then once it's the right size for the face, then you can adjust the radius of the cylinder so that it matches the width of the head, and you can drag things around and get that mouth lined up accurately. Alright, once you've got the mouth the right size and the cylinder about the right size, you'll want to tweak it until it's just right and spin it into place, and you can see that as we spin it around, it looks like it's sticking onto the character's head. In this example, we don't actually have any motion that we're going to be doing, but if your character's head was to be spinning, we could turn the mouth along with it and match that up. And for really delicate work, you'll want to use the tweak, which is holding down the shift key and then the arrows, and you'll move one pixel at a time. Okay, let's open up one of Papagayo timelines, and we can see it fills out here the phoneme list. And if we click and drag here on the timeline, scrubbing through, we can see that the mouths are now changing with the different frames. So the lip sync is automatically set up with the correct mouths, which is pretty darn convenient. You'll notice that the options here in the timeline correspond to the same move, rotate, and resize options, which are in the toolbar to the left. And that's because, let's imagine you wanted your character to move from the left to the right. What we could do is we could set a keyframe here at frame 6. You go click, and a keyframe pops up in the position. And now let's move the mouth over to this position, and Glueface will smoothly interpolate between one position and the next, keeping all the mouths the same. And in fact, all of these options, the rotate, the spin, the resize, all of these can be keyframed, and Glueface will smoothly interpolate from one keyframe to the next. So again, any option. Let's say you wanted the head to turn. We can spin around And all of these parameters are smoothly interpolated together. So if your character is moving and their head is turning, or if they were coming closer, we could resize the head, and then it would smoothly track from one head size to the next with all the other parameters changing. If they were to go into the distance, you could change it to a smaller head. Let's try that again over here. And you can see we've got a key set. Let's spin the mouth back out. And as we scrub through the timeline, you can see everything again smoothly interpolates. Once you've got the project to a point where you want to keep it, you just click Save Project, type in the project name, and either add it or it'll automatically be given the extension of .timeline. If you want to change the mouths at any point, just open up another mouth folder, pick the mouths extension file, and in this case here's the angry mouth, and all of the mouths on the character from the beginning to the end of the timeline will be replaced with that mouth. So when your animation is complete, click Create Video, choose the directory where you want to save your video, put in the name, give it an AVI extension, and it will be created in the same format that you gave it. And that's about all there is to it. There we go.
BrickTrick, der Tricktipp. Mehr Tipps und Tricks www.bricktrick.de